Hello everyone. Now what I've got here is my collection of all my ERTL Thomas engines. Now ERTL did have their Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends range produced from 1985 until 2004. They made highly accurate replicas of the TV series characters and the Railway series characters, although there are a few models that they did actually reuse from other toolings, like reusing the tooling of a previous character or from one of their other ranges. So this is my entire collection of all my ERTL Thomas engines, and I'll show you all the models that I own. So moving on to the steam engines, we've got Thomas, Percy, James, Edward, Toby, Henry, Gordon, Emily, Spencer, Donald, Douglas, Murdoch, Jock, City of Truro, which is also a replica of the real-life locomotive, Bluebell, which rather disappointingly is a repaint of Thomas, although the prototype did use Bluebell's actual shape. Then we've got the tank engine twins, Bill and Ben. We've got Duck, Oliver, Stepney, Wilbert, 16, Arthur, Lady, and I'm glad that ERTL decided to use her actual shape when they released her, because in the prototype it was a repaint of Rheneas's model. We've got Harvey, and finally Fergus. Moving on to the narrow gauge engines, I've got Duke, Peter Sam, Sir Handel, which in this one I've got is the metallic edition. Got Falcon, which is Sir Handel's original name. I've got Skarloey, Rheneas, Duncan, Rusty, Neil, Culdee, Lord Harry. Moving on to the diesels, I've got Daisy, Boko, Mavis, Salty, Frank, Devious Diesel, Ari, Bert, Splatter, Dodge, Derek. For diesel, also known as Class 40 or D261, D199, aka Spam Can, and there's Diesel 10, which rather disappointingly is a repaint of D199 with an added grabbing claw, and even more disappointing is that Pinchy, which is Diesel 10's grabbing claw, is painted in a cream beige colour instead of the correct brown colour. And finally, we've got D7101, aka Bear. Moving on to the rolling stock, I have the Tar and Milk tankers, the Sodor fuel tankers, the Troublesome trucks. As you can probably notice on the second one, I did turn the chassis around because I felt that it was facing the wrong way. I've got Scruffy, which is the leader of all the Troublesome trucks. I've got the Silly trucks. As you probably know, they appeared in the episode Haunted Henry. Annie and Clarabelle, which are Thomas's coaches. Henrietta, which is Toby's coach. Toad, who is Oliver's brake van. There's the Spiteful brake van. Old Slow coach. Got the Express coaches, both the composite and the brake coach. Got Gordon's Special coach, which also comes with an Express composite coach. And on these ones, I've got the U-hook versions, because on the Express coaches, I've got the normal pin couplings. I'll just show you the rear. Yeah, those ones there are the U-hook versions, you can see. Got Catherine, which is Culdy's mountain coach. Isabel, who is Oliver's auto coach. Got Sodor mail carriages, which are a repaint of the express coaches. Then next are the old coaches, which is a repaint of Annie and Clarabelle. Got the breakdown crane, the Chinese dragon on the flatbed. I've got two of Henry's log cars. Got the slate trucks, and rather disappointingly, when ERTL made the slate trucks, they've done the slates far too tall. And the defused gunpowder tankers. Now, when ERTL made rolling stock for the narrow gauge engines, the only two that they've done was the slate trucks and the defused gunpowder tankers, which I thought was rather disappointing, because they could have done the narrow gauge carriages as well. Moving on to the non-rail characters, I've got Bertie, Terence, Caroline, Butch, aka the Sodor Recovery Unit, Jack, and Alfie, which are the only two pack members that ERTL made. Jack and Alfie. I've got Elizabeth, Trevor, Scrap Trevor on the flatbed, the Caterpillar crane, the Dyson low loader, which also comes with the flatbed. And if you probably notice, it is made when ERTL made the Dyson low loader. It was made using a modified Ford pickup truck, with the flatbed being made from the Mack Cabover truck's low loader trailer section. I've got George Steamroller, Bulgy, the double-decker bus, Sodor Taxi, a fire engine, Lorry 3, who is one of the 3 horrid lorries, but when I bought Lorry 3 from a charity shop, the load was missing. I have Sir Topham Hatt's car. And onto the aircraft, I've got Tiger Moth, aka Biplane, and Harold the helicopter. And then onto the cranes, I've got Cranky the crane with the hook still intact. Because on a few Cranky cranes that I've seen secondhand, sometimes a black hook was missing, which is a bit disappointing. But I did manage to find one with the hook still intact, because it is removable. And onto the human figures, I've got Mrs. Kindly, Dowager Hat, Lady Hat, Sir Topham Hatt, and a porter. Well, and that is all the ERTL Thomas engines that I own in my collection. I hope you've all enjoyed my video of all my ERTL Thomas engines. Oh, I'm just going to turn a few of these over, because I did knock a few over when I was leaning over to film. There we go, that's better. And that is my collection of all my ERTL Thomas engines. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my video, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.